Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
Welcome back, you guys. It's your girl, Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey, Kat.
Hey, Moni. Want to do a book club?
I do.
All right.
I do. Thank you for coming back this week. I mean, I wouldn't want to be here by myself.
You could do it by yourself.
I mean, air quotes, could do it. Of course, I could do it.
I could go for a jog tomorrow.
Oh, God, I don't want to. I mean, I need to, but I don't want to. And I don't have to.
You don't.
But yes, guys, we are back for another fun episode. We have read a book this week. I'm feeling extremely proud. That's 2 books
In a row.
So there you have it. Yes, look at us go. So we're off to a really good start. And this book, of course, I feel like I've seen it everywhere. It came out in 2018, but it's called There, and it's by a Native American author named Tommy Orange. The book intertwines the stories of 12 urban Native characters in Oakland, California, culminating in a powwow where their lives converge through shifting perspectives and a deeply personal narrative. There explores the complexities of modern Native life, the lasting impact of history, and the search for connection in a world that often overlooks it. So yeah, I'm pulled in automatically because I'm loving getting into Native stories. And, the cover looked cool. I'm like, let's see what this is about.
I mean, we do live in their country. We should learn about them.
We should know. We should kind of know, guys, all of us. So you're here to do the work with us. So this should be fun. Very, very, very excited to get into it. So do you want to jump right into the dedication, or do you want to do a quick catch up before we get into it?
A little ketchup and mustard?
A little ketchup and mustard out here. I'll be mustard.
Okay. Man, what is there to say that hasn't already? Oh, you know what? I did. They did another America's Next Top Model documentary on E. Dirty Rotten Scandals on E Entertainment.
Oh my God! Why was that necessary? It's like how we just talked about the fact that it's like we get done recording. It's like, oh my God, all the stuff I wanted to say. So they have lots to say.
This is clearly a different production company. Tyra was not involved. They always put at the end of it, we reached out to Tyra and Ken Mock, and their representatives were like, no. They get way grimier on this one. So I haven't watched it because it's on E, and I don't have cable anymore, and I'm not paying to watch this. So I already have too many things I pay for. So what I did is YouTube, I can't remember the lady's name. I'll try to remember and put it in the notes. But she's doing like breakdowns of it and showing it as she's breaking it down. So she'll play a little bit and then talk about it. And actually, I love that format.
Okay.
So I've been watching it that way. And man, it was even crazier than
who knew? But we knew that though, because there was a lot of stuff that I remembered that it was like, they didn't even get on that. I mean, exactly. Like, how much time do you have is really the real question.
Yeah. And I think probably for for Tyra and Ken Mock to be involved with it, it couldn't have been too, about what it was.
I could see that.
So, yeah. Okay. What a time.
All right. That's what's up.
I've been watching that.
Just real quick.
What it?
I finished Young Sheldon.
Oh, did you cry?
Yes. Me and Maya were weeping.
I was crying so hard. I mean,
my
no spoilers,
son
but
was looking at us like, "Are y'all crying?"
Y'all
smiling so hard, like, "Are y'all crying?" Yes,
that
we
was
are.
so sad.
It was crazy. It was so. That series really got me together.
And it was crazy because I knew it was going to happen. They talk about it in Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. So
I could have guessed, though. Because he talks about his dad in past tense, even in his narration voice, obviously. But I didn't know we were going to witness all of that. It was so...
Like, damn right to the stuff with the neighbor and stuff, because that's in
so
Big Bang Theory, too.
Good.
So, yeah. What a show.
Oh my
so
gosh.
now you got to watch Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
Where is that on?
That's on Paramount Plus.
Do I have that?
Oh.
I don't think I do.
You'll find a way.
Yes, I will find a way. I'm resourceful. Yeah, so I might go ahead and watch that.
It's very good because now they're back with new ones too. So yeah, I've been having a fun little media catch up because I've been on spring break, y'all.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, and we did a little reading on spring break too. That's why we're here.
Did.
Okay. So you know what? That's enough catching up.
Okay.
Enough shenanigans. Let's get into it, friends. So
Okay.
we're gonna dedicate this episode. So everybody, hands over your hearts. So this week, you guys, and every week, a very, very special thank you to our patrons. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you're interested in being a patron of this show, you guys, if you want to support two Black ladies doing stuff, please pop over to Patreon.com/The Fab Podcast, where you get ad-free episodes and bonus content. We would greatly appreciate it, and I think you will too. And then for my side dedication, you know what? I gotta give it up to Drewski, because with all of the controversy surrounding his latest skit, sort of spoofing conservative, white evangelical women, there was a lot of backlash. Like, a lot of people were very, 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 very upset. And so I just really loved his response to that and just thought it was amazing. So shout out to you. Just keep doing the good work. What about you, friend? What's your dedication this week?
Yes, and just to add on to the Drewski thing, because I think it's really important as Black people to make fun of racists. It's really, really important. It's a part of our cultural heritage, roasting.
Yes.
And we couldn't do it publicly for so long. We'd have to always do it in private. So the fact that we have full citizenship now and First Amendment rights, and yeah, you're going to have to catch these jokes.
Yeah, man.
Stop being so ridiculous if you don't like them.
That part.
My dedication, I mentioned it in the live, but I'm going to dedicate them here. Loudmouth Books, right here, downtown Indy, an indie bookstore, Black, woman-owned, loved it. Went for a real book club this past Tuesday and just had a ball. So that was delightful. And part 2 of my dedication is going out to my daughter. Now, she has a record number of dedications. To be fair, she's who I spend most of my time with. But she got accepted into the National Honor Society this past week. So she is a most honorable daughter. So this episode is for her.
Beautiful.
Dedication over.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. So she'll have the little tassel at graduation.
So cute.
Yeah.
Well, you should be proud,
I
and so should she. That's
am.
awesome. That's very, very good.
Man.
Okay. See, I love it. That's a great way to start the show, you guys. And, I want to give you guys a little bit about the book in terms of the specs and all that kind of stuff. So There by Tommy Orange was published June 5th, 2018 by Knopf. Knopf. I am scared. There's lots of consonants.
Yeah. There's a lot of phonetic rules in that one. It's probably
It's Knopf. Listen, y'all know.
Because silent K's.
Yeah, it's not, the K's probably not there.
Yeah.
But then anyway, the novel typically spans between 290 pages or 304, depending on the edition. It's literary fiction exploring urban native experiences, and the audiobook was about 9 hours.
I want to say.
Yeah, so not too terrible. And so that's about the book. Now, I don't know if you have a little
bit about Mr. Orange.
Something about Mr. Orange.
I do got a little something about Mr. Orange. Very talented young man. Tommy Orange is an American novelist and writer from Oakland, California. His first book, There, was a finalist for the 2019 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction and received the 2019 American Book Award in October 2025. Orange was awarded the MacArthur Foundation Fellowship, and he went to the Institute of American Indian Arts, and he's won the Penn Hemingway Awards and American Book Awards. So, yeah. Oh, and there was something else that was kind of cool about him. I forget what it was, but I know what it was. I thought, because I knew like orange T-shirts were like a thing in the Native community, and I thought it had something to do with him. It doesn't. It actually has something to do with September 30th.
I saw that.
You saw that? Oh, I just learned about that too. So
I mean, I learned about it as I was making notes for this book. I didn't just know that. Like, it was something I learned. I was like, because you mentioned that, and I was curious to know, because after reading it, I was like, I didn't see anywhere in the book.
Sure didn't.
So when I Googled it, it was like, oh, yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Do you
Mostly
wanna
in
tell 'em?
Canada. Oh, sure.
Tell 'em
So
what it
it's so National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, and it's still colloquially known as Orange Shirt Day, and is a Canadian day of memorial to recognize the atrocities and multi-generational effects of children that the residential school system enforced.
Yeah.
Which is a whole thing. We don't even get into that in this book.
thank
It's
goodness.
a whole nother episode to get into what that was all about. But this is the nice thing about books. You get to learn stuff.
It is. And I guess, they picked the orange shirts because there was a little girl named Phyllis Webstab. She was a Native girl who she had like a brand new orange shirt on her first day of school at the residential school. And they took it away from her. And so then that's how that became the symbol. They were like, no, you don't get to have that. So just to make it a little bit more sad, you guys are welcome. So yes. So anyway, I was like, okay, because the cover of the book is orange, right? So I thought maybe that was why. And then I was like, orange came up a little bit in there, but not like anything specific. So, okay, so friend, now that we know our book, we know a little bit about our author, we got to get into this story. So before we started recording, I'm like, okay, how are you going to do the breakdown? Because to me, this is, so there's 12 characters in the book, and you've got a central family, you got this other group that has this hidden connection, you have a group of people planning this powwow, a separate group planning a robbery, and then all of these sort of stories come together at one point. And so I don't know if you're up to it, but I mean, do you want to try? I don't know if you want to try to start at the beginning and do an overview and then break down how people are connected.
I think I'm gonna do a very general.
Let's do a general,
real quick general, and then we can get into
these
specifics.
Okay.
Because I already knew this was gonna be some mess. Because we start out with pretty much people using 3D printers to make guns so they can rob a powwow. Yeah. Because of poverty. Yeah. I mean, it gets like that sometimes.
Yeah.
And so we've got these guys. They're mostly drug dealers. We've got Tony? Who he's got the alcoholic fetal alcohol syndrome, which he calls the drone.
The drone, yeah.
And so he's just kind of getting sucked into this, world or whatever. And we start with him, and then we go over to Opal and is it not Jack? Is it Jackie?
Let's see. We have
It's Opal
Jackie
and Jackie.
Redfeather. Yep.
Yeah, and they're half sisters who. Once again, their mom is struggling, and she ends up dying young and leaving them. And Jackie gets pregnant and puts that baby up for adoption, and has another baby she ends up dying, but then ends up with 3 grandchildren that Opal ends up raising because Jackie can't take it. It was just
Jackie can't take it.
I mean, you can only take so much. I think Opal was my favorite character, even though she wasn't centered all that much. But we start with her, kind of.
Yeah, we do. Oh, she was a kid, too, when we started.
She was just a baby, like 11, but still had a teddy bear.
Which is so cute.
She called Two Shoes.
I love
that. My heart was just melting. So, there we've got them. And then where did Edwin come from?
So Edwin was actually part of their story, remember, in the beginning? Because they met on Alcatraz Island.
Right.
Right? That's how he knows Jackie.
Right. And Harvey.
Oh, wait. Am I messing that up?
I feel like Harvey's the one who knocked up Jackie. I got this impression that it might not have been consensual.
It wasn't.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Hold
on.
Because I feel like Edwin would have been younger than them.
So, hold up. Edwin Black, he works behind the scenes. So he's the one organizing the whole powwow.
Yeah, because he's the one who's... because he would have definitely been younger.
That's
because
not him.
Blue might be his half-sister.
Blue, yeah, is his half-sister.
Is his half-sister. Listen, y'all, it was very much like Homegoing. We have these very complicated sort of parallel stories going on.
Okay.
That would have been, I should have had the popsicle sticks, with everybody's lying to you to help everything sort out.
It was a busy week, friend.
It was.
We've got... So my bad. So I take that back. It wasn't Edwin. It was Harvey on the island with them.
Yeah, Harvey was kind of... It's hard to like Harvey.
Yeah, it was.
Oof, oof. And who's another big central character?
So we've got, all right, so let's go to main family. So Jackie Redfeather, Blue is the daughter who she gave up for adoption that we talk about. We find her later in the story. And then,
and then Jamie, I think, was the daughter who died.
Jamie's the daughter that died. And then we had Orville,
Do we
Lonnie,
know how
and
she
Luther.
died?
I don't remember now.
I can't remember.
This is why y'all still have to
either.
read it. 'Cause
It was a lot to keep track of. Like, if I was doing right, I would have kept notes.
my
But I was
gosh.
like doing
I
my
was
chores
driving,
and yeah. I was just listening to it and stuff like that. So,
yes.
but we have these characters who we follow around through just different, what we call them, like all of these hardships, because and then they're also dealing with the gentrification of Oakland. So in a lot of ways, they're kind of losing their land twice because they lost it from the colonists. And then when they finally are able to sell out west, it's just like, here they come again.
That was a real interesting sort of background narrative too, though, because to me, it kind of played into the title of the book. Because then I looked into it, like, why does he call it? Like, I know there was a quote in the book where he's describing it. But so the title comes from a quote by Gertrude Stein in her book that was published in 1937, Everybody's Autobiography regarding her childhood in Oakland specifically. And so the famous line is, "There is no there." And it sort of speaks to that idea of being disconnected from like a clear place, and how like your past, you're still informed by your past, even though like the place isn't like it used to be. It's still, there is no there. Like, this is it. Like, you point that out a lot, I feel like, in our book of being like, hey, we are there. We are where they were and are still, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
like this is their ancestral homelands. Like, what would it be
Yes.
like how,
yeah.
things not been so rudely interrupted.
Right, was that last week that you
I
just
think
said
so,
that?
yeah.
So, I mean, it sort of jumps into that whole thing and how, like, I think a lot of the time we're having to tap in internally to what that there is, because it's in our DNA. It's in our cultural practices. It's all around us.
Let's go back even
Don't say
further.
microbiome. Don't say it. Were you going to say it?
I am going to bring it up later.
Okay.
But
All right. It's good to know.
real talk. But one thing we did skip over was the prologue. Loved the prologue.
Was so good.
We should play the prologue every day in school.
The prologue was so good. It was so informational. So, and I feel like Tommy probably recognized that we all needed to hear it, because we don't hear it a lot.
It is astounding how ignorant most of the population is about their own history. Like their real history. Like we've mythologized. Mythologized? Is that a word?
I like when it has jized in it. Do you know what I mean? It's probably not right. That's probably why I like it. But jized is hilarious and I love it. Yes, Mr. Jized.
We use Mr. Jized. Now it's getting myth.
You should look up the word and just play it. Like, you know how you have to go. And it's
I'll
like,
do that in the editing. Myth. We've turned it into myths. That's all that happens. Because, just to go back a little bit, you remember Apu from The Simpsons, right?
Yes,
and
I do.
And the guy who voiced it was a white dude, Hank Azaria. And it was this whole thing about how, like, should he be doing that? Because, The Simpsons, they've been doing that since the 80s. This is before people knew you weren't supposed to do that.
Right. It was like, that's messed up.
And so it became this whole thing of like, I don't know. People started looking through this lens. It's like, I don't know if this is cool. So Hank Azaria was like, look, I'm not trying to just like, buckle under like social pressure. He's like, let me just try to figure out this for myself. So he did the research. He was like, man, I had no idea how ignorant I was about all this stuff. So he came to the conclusion. He's like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Frank.
And it was like,
welcome, brother.
Yeah, Hank did the work.
Yeah.
So and I really appreciate about that.
That's
She's like, I'm not just going to automatically just reflex. Like, let me just really find out. So I think Apu still appears on The Simpsons. He just doesn't give voice. He does like a bunch of the other voices still. Like he was already,
Oh, man.
I think, yes, Mr. Orange knew that a lot of people, myself included, I didn't know a lot about. I mean, I knew a lot of the messed up stuff, and I wasn't surprised to hear it. I knew Thanksgiving wasn't about the right, but having it laid out like that was very nice.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess if we had to summarize, like he's just giving you a really clean, just background of just he's laying it out from the holiday to just that. I think before you jump into this story, it's important to lay the groundwork for some of the context in which Native American people have existed, in our imaginations, in real life, all of those things. And then, you're observing in this story fictional characters in like a more modern setting, and how, like the urban Native American or Indian, you really don't think about them like that. You know what I mean? They're always mystified like that. I think in the collective imagination of most Americans, you just don't.
Popular culture.
Exactly.
No.
Like you're picturing like a logo from a sports team that's inappropriate or something like that.
For the most part.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
is their representation.
And so he even taps into that too. So it is kind of a nice, like just setting the groundwork for, this story. But, okay. So now, let's talk a little bit about Dean Oxteen. He was one of the characters that I also liked too, because he was a younger person who
he's a half-breed.
Yeah, he was. You said it.
Well, that's a Cher song.
Oh,
it's like
I don't know Cher's songs.
She had a song called.
That's what
She was like half-breed. That's all I ever heard.
Is the
half-breed? I don't know. How I learned.
Now I
learned to hate the word.
Wait a minute.
She's like, each step was against me since the day I was born.
It must be.
I don't know. She had that long hair. I don't know, man.
Cher's ethnicity. Let's pause right there. Cher's a mixed ethnicity, primarily Armenian from her father's side, European, Irish, German, Dutch from her mother's side. Oh, okay. And then while she famously claimed Cherokee ancestry on her mother's side and explored this in her music, this, along with other Native and American ancestry, is not documented in her genealogical records. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like, you know how I always say, your hair tells on you. The hair looks pretty Native.
Armenian, but she could be Armenian. I mean,
that's true. That could be it's very true. So
it's like if your DNA doesn't say it, you can't be.
And that's the thing too that he gets into about how it's to be on the rolls for some of these tribes. You have to go through genetic testing. Yeah. But I feel like when we were reading The Firekeeper's Daughter about how there are people who are like, yeah, but I didn't know I couldn't shag on the other side of the river, like, because your kids.
So now I'm there, my kids are there.
Like you're both, you know what I mean? Like you're Native, but you're two different tribes or whatever. So it's all very.
All the kinds of, I never really thought about all the different ways you could be Native American in terms of, because I mean, of course, with blackness, because I'm black,
one drop rule,
right? That's so American. Like no matter what the ancestry, you were sort of like, okay, you black, know. So yeah, it was interesting to look at it from that vantage point of like, sometimes it's because isn't Mark Wayne, the new director of the Department of Homeland Security, trying to claim his Native American heritage? I don't know how he keeps talking about how he's Native American.
I kind of refuse to learn anything about him. So if I did know that, I'm gonna.
You're blocking it. Yeah. Are you blocking it?
I'm blocking it.
Okay, fine. But he's saying it.
I'm batsuing him all the way up
Well,
and
he
down.
probably needs to be. No one's ever done that. That's why he's there.
Sure.
He needs to be batsued very hard and very aggressively.
But it's true. Like, because I think there's this sort of idea, because like we're in Indiana, land of Indians. I remember as a child thinking like we're in Indianapolis, city of Indians. I'm like, where are they? Because
I'll be seeing them.
Yeah, it's wild. It's this idea of like, oh, they just left.
They didn't leave, man. Like
nah,
you said,
they're still here.
Yeah, they're still here. So, but the thing, okay, so Dean, I liked his. So he's
Dean Oxteen, and I liked his name too.
But his
mom was white.
Yeah, his mom didn't really. I guess he wasn't really tapped into his Native American culture like that. His uncle
did he not know his dad, or was that Ed? Who am I thinking about? Who didn't know the dad?
You're supposed to be the person with the notes about.
I feel like it was his uncle who was one who was up on it. Wait, was his mom a Native and maybe the daddy?
No, I'm pretty sure the mom.
Because wasn't Lucas his uncle who had
he passed away. His dad his uncle was an alcoholic. He got introduced to him, it feels like later.
Because he was a key grip, like, or something like that. Like he did the camera. He wanted to make films but died. And so Dean was like, I want to pick up this mantle because he gave me these stories and I want to tell stories.
Which was beautiful.
Yeah, so he ended up meeting Jackie's grandsons doing his project that he got a grant for. I really like that part.
I like him. Yes, that whole part was very.
Where he's like, I'm just going to pay people for their stories because they're valuable. And that's when we learn about Jackie's grandsons and how they ended up.
Orville, Lonnie, and Luther.
Yeah, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yep, that was them.
They warmed my hearts. Like, okay, because then can we skip to
we can do it.
The powwow. Okay, so everything comes together. It's like Crash. Remember when we Crash? We're following everybody around, and then everybody meets up, at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's what the powwow is. That's when everybody everything comes together. And I'm a little confused about how everybody started shooting because they were like Tony and them were trying to rob the powwow because there's cash prizes because it's like a dance contest. Like because I actually follow a lot of powwow accounts on Instagram.
Cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
I love seeing the kids dance too. It's so daggone cute. But I mean, it's also powerful.
Kids dancing is always just
it is. It's like beautiful, like the drum, everything is like really, really cool. So it's like, man, it's just like when we try to have stuff and somebody, you gotta rob it. They're like, who would rob a powwow? It's like niggas.
Exactly. Well, I wonder what word they've got for that.
I don't know.
Any Native Americans want to share
Let
that
us
with
know.
us?
Or maybe don't.
We won't. I'm not gonna say nothing. Just send it in the thing.
Yeah,
just so I
DM
can
us.
know. It was not like I'm gonna start using
we won't
it.
put
I'm
it
just
on the
curious.
air because we don't want people to start using it.
No,
but
we don't.
yeah,
No, just
that
educational
was,
purposes only.
But it was giving like Boys in the Hood.
It was very much so. I think it was like it sounded like because it was Tony, Daniel, Calvin, and Charles. They were all
The way you said it was like Bobby, Robbie,
Ricky, and Mike. That's because it was like a dance group, except
they
a
rob.
robbery.
Yeah, it's like we rob and sell drugs.
Yeah. But it sounded like one of them, instead of, because they were robbing Edwin and Blue, because they had that safe or whatever.
Yeah, with
but
the
it
gift
seemed
cards.
like one turned on.
My whole
the
thing was
other
like
one.
you do the robbery first and then you
do
rob
it.
the
But they're
robbers.
stupid though.
I'm just saying,
And
like
I think
you don't.
that's what
So
happened.
he was trying to rob his friends during the robbery
Yes,
instead of just
yes.
fooling off the first Okay, that's what I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was so incredibly stupid. So a
was
bunch of
dumb.
innocent bystanders it was like an episode of The Pit, y'all.
It was
just like
terrible.
bah, 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 bah. And so
It was real bad.
now when Tony got shot, like his story, it reminded me of Rasputin. Are you familiar with Russian dude Rasputin?
I mean,
In passing,
I know.
you saw Anastasia?
Yes, but it's like, do I really remember it at this moment? Not really. I
Okay.
just know his name is funny, so of course I remember.
Okay,
the name
Rasputin is a fascinating historical figure.
Okay.
I would love to learn more about him. He's kind of been villainized in history, but to me, he's just super
Probably 'cause
interesting.
His name is Rasputin.
Well, and it looked like he was hustling the royal Russian family, probably. But
They
forget
might
them.
have deserved it.
And but when they were trying to kill him, like there was a bunch of Russian oligarchs who didn't like the influence he was having on the royal family and conspired to kill him. They couldn't kill this dude. They tried shooting him, stabbing him.
Why didn't it work? Is he real?
He was a lot of people thought he was a mystic. Like he had powers, but he was
But
a
he
big
couldn't,
dude.
yeah.
And Russians are tough. I mean, you have people who are familiar with like just Russia in general, just as a landmass. It's
yeah.
hard to live there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his deal was, but finally they had to like cut him up and throw him in the river to kill him. It was crazy. And that's how I felt about Tony because they kept shooting him and he kept coming for them. I was like, that must be terrifying. Like, and he ended up, he was like, no, if I gotta die, we all gotta go. So he ends up, I don't remember who he ends up killing. It was one of the shooters though. It was a lot. It was a lot of chaos and stuff like that. But that part where I was like, oh, he's like Rasputin. It was like, you can't kill him till he's ready to be killed.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it was really, really sad because I feel like Edwin got shot. But look, it felt like he was going to survive.
Because he made it to
the hospital. Was it
the grand one of the
Orville?
Orville did too, because he was the one that had been watching like the powwow videos, teaching himself how to dance. Because your favorite Opal, she really didn't like teach them a lot about their,
Well, she didn't know that
culture
much.
and stuff like that. She kind of did, but I feel like she was trying to divorce. Like, I think she felt
Survival.
so disenchanted by her experience of her mom trying to connect to it and putting them in such a messed up situation. And then everything that happened with her sister, I think she just was like, I'm just trying to keep these kids
chill.
together.
Yeah.
She looked at it kind of like how a lot of people look at spirituality at times, like that are parents. I know I kind of feel like I don't mind my kids being privy to the different religions and different spirituality practices, but I don't want to just hand it to you. Like I want, if you want to like participate in your indigenous culture, in your spiritual practices, I feel like it's something that has to feel organic to you so that it's real and you're
like
not just, it's not performative. Exactly. Like
where he
wanted
sought
to
it
know,
out. And she was there supporting him and stuff.
Yes, which is beautiful.
It was, but so do you think he made it?
I'm going to say hopefully he did, because that would be too sad if he didn't.
Because my whole thing is like, she was like, well, only one doctor came out. Usually they come out in pairs. I'm like, I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure one doctor can tell you.
They be busy. It don't be no pairs.
Yeah.
No, it don't.
Unless it's like a student doctor or something.
Yeah, right. Unless you have residents or something.
It wasn't, no. I choose to believe he made it.
That's mine too. I don't.
Yeah.
Enough bad.
I mean, when Jackie ran up on him and it's like, oh, I feel a pulse. I'm like, okay, that's all I need for hope. That's just, it was just brutal.
No, wait, was it Jackie? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Jackie. Because Jackie was kind of a deadbeat grandma.
She was. She
Bless
was
her heart.
dealing with, I mean,
She was,
So let's go back, because she was sexually assaulted as a teenager, as a child.
Yeah. And, when her mama was dying, had she died yet or was dying?
Her mom had cancer, didn't tell him. She was slowly dying, but didn't.
Okay.
She
didn't want to get medical
help
and
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And that makes sense as why Opal might have felt away, because the medicine man they were staying with. Yeah. It's like, Mom, if you don't get chemo,
please. Right. She was like, I don't know why she won't.
You kind of understand though, because they get treated bad at the hospital too. I mean, it's just...
And sometimes there is some, like there are some positive, holistic things you can do.
Yeah, in conjunction.
In
conjunction, because, it was... Oh, man, that was sad hood movie.
It really, really was, though. But what I think the thing that I liked, so I loved the way we jumped back and forth from narratives. I know we talked about that with the House on Mango Street. But obviously, like, this particular story was, like, very well-developed, detailed stories about these people. You get a very, like, in-depth, like, internal life of the characters.
It was like a tapestry.
Like, he did such a good job doing character development. Like, you felt like, even if you knew, like, this person was trash, it's like, you still really got to feel where they were coming from. You know what I mean?
Night crawling.
Really good job.
It reminds me of Night Crawling. Yeah, because that's another Oakland one.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, where you tie in these voices and...
They all come together. And it just wasn't...
But there's still hope.
There's still hope.
There's still hope. Like, there's this crushing oppression.
It's like life.
Like life.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did a great, like I said, and the same thing, first novel.
The interconnectedness of it was so cool. Like, cause I'm like, dang, you're introducing a lot of characters. And usually when you do that, there is some sort of through line. And so that they had sometimes like secret ties to each other biologically, or whether it was like, oh, I'm also looking for, a connection to my heritage, my culture. I'm looking for a cure to my, addiction, whatever it was just crazy how they would cross paths. I thought it was wild how Jackie crossed paths with her sexual assaulter in that group. What was crazy was Jackie had substance abuse issues and ended up working as a substance abuse counselor. Like, she got her certification and all that kind of stuff online. And, she worked for this company that, they were helping helping put together these events that were supposed to help the community. So people had these resources and things like that. And he was one of the speakers. Harvey was one of the speakers. And she was like, oh my God, it's him. And she calls Opal because she's like freaking out and stuff. And, she ends up riding with him to the powwow because, it was like the first time they were going to be doing this one. And it's like, dang, she didn't even know her daughter was going to be there. She didn't realize. It was just, I was like, man, this is
You mean her grandson?
Her Blue.
Oh, Blue, right.
Her daughter that she gave up.
I don't think she even clocked it was her,
I don't know
but
that
Blue
she did.
knew.
Blue did. Yes,
Blue
'cause
clocked
she
it
was the
immediately.
last
She was like,
name.
oh, snap, I think that's
This
my
is her.
mom.
Because she'd been looking for her.
Right, oof.
It was so
And
nuts.
I liked her when she was talking about, I was like, yeah, I never really felt all that like she felt white
grew up
for the most
white.
part,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like, I don't know what to really, but the fact that you're like, you know what, I'm still gonna try to connect to this part of myself. And that's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's
I did like
hard.
Blue.
If you grow up around all white folks, I mean, you're gonna feel like that. You know, your parents are, everybody around you are.
So Edwin, part of his story, I don't want to say I really related to, but I did when he was talking about being constipated. Because I remember the first time I was ever constipated, I was in 2nd grade.
What?
And I was in tears. I think I maybe hadn't pooped in 3 days.
Constipation, you guys, is real serious.
It
can be, especially if
is.
it's chronic.
And it can
gets
affect
really
your
bad.
mood super hard. You know why?
Is it something about your microbiome for 3,000,
A little
Alex?
bit. Your intestinal microbiome has so much to do with your mood. And so, like, yeah, if things aren't moving along, I can see how that can tie into your depression.
Yeah, and it could just be downright painful.
And that part too.
So,
I
yeah,
remember
not
because it was
comfortable.
the first time I ever like pooped at school. Because I was like, finally, I remember one day at lunch, I think I was like, I might have been crying because I was just so
Oh my
frustrated
God.
about it.
That's crazy that you really remember.
Ooh. And I was just like, man. And then I was just like,
Oh my
oh, I don't know if the crying helped. Because you know how you get warm when you
Kinda
cry?
release-
Or at least I
it
do. When I
releases
cry,
everything.
like
Body
my,
warms up.
yeah, my body warms to get hot. Da, da, da. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm like,
This is it.
I think I can do this. I think I do. I was so happy.
Oh my God. That's a mess. Bless it.
but at least
no,
I didn't poop
didn't.
myself.
Oh, I did not.
Okay, so that part I can relate to. But I'm glad he was like, you know what? It's time to move.
So Edwin is living at home with his mom. What I was like, this is crazy. So like he was like the hope of their family. Like he did really well scholastically, did really well in school, got the degree, did all the things, and then just like failure to launch, basically. You know
And
what I
he
mean?
was another half breed.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't
how I
like
feel
this
about
word?
you saying
Okay.
that.
Half-see? Half-foo.
I don't know, guys.
Interpopulation.
Yes.
Okay.
Interpopulation. That sounds non-human, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that. But
Well, because I don't want to say
yes.
biracial because I don't believe in race.
Yeah, bicultural,
I mean, but that doesn't wrap all of it up.
So half-breed does?
Yeah.
It just sounds.
It does sound like a pejorative.
It does. Even though it might not actually. I know you're not saying it like one, but it could just be if somebody
but he
clips
had
that, it's
he
like,
had a legally white parent and a legally native parent.
boom. I like that.
That's how we can lay it out.
Yeah, but he just really he
His
never
mom
flourished.
was literally named Karen.
Yeah.
But
And
she
he
was
was at
cool.
home.
But she was cool.
He was at home with her and stuff like that. And she had a boyfriend who
Bill
was nice and everything. And he was trying to be
Well-
supportive and stuff. I mean, this nigga's grown at the house and stuff. I
Well,
mean,
Bill is chill,
What
but
was he
didn't he
doing?
go to jail for like stabbing somebody?
I don't remember that.
I feel
Might
like
have.
because he read a lot when he was locked up.
Oh, damn.
And
That was him, huh?
I think that was him.
came
But
back.
he was cool, but it's
came back.
like, huh?
He came back.
He did. I mean, that's what you should do when you're locked up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know.
I mean, and
the
they didn't
knowledge.
show him right outside of that. Like they weren't painting him being meaner or abusive to the lady or mean or
No.
abusive to Edwin.
And I think he got killed at the thing, didn't he? Bill? Did he
I
get
don't
shot?
remember.
Okay.
Friend.
Okay, fair.
I don't
Fair.
know. And
I
I'm gonna be
remember
honest.
feeling bad because I was like, I feel like Bill was cool. You know what I mean? Like everything, all things
Yeah,
considered, because he was
he
was
was trying. He was
yeah,
making a better life
yeah.
for himself. You know what
But
I mean?
Edwin, I think a part of what his block, because you said he was successful, he was doing the, he went to college, did all the
You do
stuff,
all the
but then he
stuff.
ended up getting addicted to technology and just kind of being a basement dweller
Mm-hmm.
at his mama's house. But I think the constipation was also just a parallel to his mental block because he didn't know who his daddy was.
Probably,
So
yeah.
he ended up finding his daddy
On Facebook?
On Facebook, yeah, and being like, oh well, I
And
see you at the
it was a
powwow.
sexual assaulter guy.
Harvey.
Yes.
Yeah. Good old Harvey.
He was out there populating everybody.
So, and that got me thinking too.
Oh, no. Hate when that happens.
Because what do you do in those situations? Like, is it really justice to be like, 30 years later, be like, hey, you assaulted me. I don't care what you're doing now. Like, you got to, like, what would justice look like for Jackie?
You'd have to ask Jackie. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be different for everybody.
Because a lot of accusers don't necessarily want to see their assaulter locked up. A lot of times they just want an acknowledgement that what happened to them that was messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really say. I do feel like, that would come down to the individual. And if they were still out there assaulting and stuff, but it sounds like he was, he probably was a piece of shit still a little bit, though. You know what I mean? But he had been sober since 1982. He had been doing the work and trying to, it seemed like it at the very least. So, I don't know that he was, if you can totally get away from being who you are, but, like you said, acknowledgement, actually apologizing for it, because he had a bunch of kids. He was acknowledging, he was like, man, I was out here like getting it though. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I don't know what you do with that. Like if you've just been a serial sexual assaulter for like decades and then you're like, you know what, I'm over that now. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm moving on.
Yeah, once the testosterone goes down and now it's like, what, you're out of this like,
it's like I don't do that
fog
anymore.
of testosterone and alcohol. So what do you do?
Yeah. All these broken families and, people with addictions and eating their feelings. And yeah, it's real. I honestly, I think you need to consult someone with a lot more, education and background.
No, I'm asking you.
Well, I don't know why. That's
You're
what I'm
Empress
telling
of
you.
Indiana now. What do we do?
I don't want to. I think it should be up to the victims, kind of. You know what I mean? I think that they should have some
restorative
say in what
justice.
they want to, what feels like justice to you, because I can't say what that is for her. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, maybe some people rather just not, they want to move on from it, as long as they know the person's not still doing it, maybe. You know? Which I don't know how you make sure. You follow them around? You put air tags on them? Do you... I don't know.
Because it's a real problem.
It's a real
But real problems have solutions.
They do.
So I'm trying to figure out. Can we take a break so I can figure out how to solve sexual assault?
I guess we have time. Fine. All right. Fine. We'll be right back.
We'll be back with the answers.
Well, she will. Guys, we're back from our break. What a productive break, friend.
We did. We figured out how to solve the sexual assault crisis.
Okay.
But I'm not going to tell until I'm elected Empress of Indiana.
Wow. Gatekeeping. I see how you are. That's fine. That's fine. Well, how do we wrap the book up, though? Because I do feel like... Yeah. It ended quite dramatically.
It was chaotic, like a shooting.
Yeah.
Like, he did a very good job capturing the sort of panic and all that good stuff. The one thing I think we left out was Daniel, because he's the one who 3D printed the guns.
We touched on him a bit.
A little bit, which was interesting because he had a 3D printer that was made by a 3D printer.
Which is crazy.
I feel like that was some kind of symbolism that we could probably touch on, but...
It was so layered with that stuff. I mean, it was so beautifully written. He baked a bunch of stuff in there, I feel like.
Once again, for a first novel, it's crazy work.
Chef's kiss.
But yeah, young Daniel, he was kind of a techie kind of guy, and... I think he was dealing with his mom being severely depressed because I think one of his older brothers had passed and she had kind of gone into just a catatonic state a little bit. And so he was a little worried about, getting evicted. And
that puts you in a financial situation when your parent is checked out. And your older sibling who was sort of trying to help do that isn't there.
Yeah. So he's like, look, I can make about 5 G's if I print out these guns that were used in the robbery and then subsequent mass shooting. And he also bought himself a drone with it. So he got 5 Gs, gave 3 to his mom, and kept 2 to get the drone. And so he was like, maybe I can use the drone to see the powwow because he didn't go.
Yeah.
And so I think for him, he's going to probably carry the weight of that for the rest of his life. The fact that the guns he produced were used to carry out this shooting.
He was saying that because he's like, it's crazy how, you know, you're creating something that is giving you this economic advantage in some way. And so you're grateful for that. But on the other end, he's like, I'm worried about what's going to end up, who's going to be affected. And then, you know, we see that. We end up seeing,
like
you
crack.
know, a lot of death. Yeah. Hate to bring that up, but, you know, crack is...
It's just very interesting to see the parallels between the game that was run on them and the game that was run on Black people. A lot of parallels.
Yeah. But what I do like is that it feels, for the most part, like even if you're disconnected from your indigenous roots, it seems like there's clear places you can go to find out and figure it out, kind of, you know what I mean? Like we were talking about, like there's so many different ways that people are in the community. So whether that's through birthright or through, you know, community or however, you know what I'm saying, percentages of blood or whatever. I don't know. It just feels like they have a way of connecting to their culture in a way sometimes that like maybe feels like more disconnected, at least for me. For like
well, they're
Black
still
folks,
on their home
'cause
turf.
they're here.
You're still in the soil.
It's right there.
So, yeah, it's a little easier for them to get it out the mud. But yeah, that was...
It was good though, man. This was a really, really beautifully written book. It was extremely human, very relatable, even though like, you know, these weren't any specific struggles that I had though, but you can just see, there's just these universal sort of themes in it that resonate, I feel like, throughout any community. So I really liked it. I know the thing is about this book, it's one of those ones like Homegoing that it's hard to talk about the story like it's, even though it is very linear, like it is moving in a straight line sort of, but you're going back and forth across the timeline. So it is really hard to talk about it in a sequential way because that's not how the story is presented. So I would encourage you guys, if this sounds interesting, definitely read this book. It was really, really good. I feel like we should rate it if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So if I had to rate this book, I would, especially for a first novel, I'm giving it 5 out of 5 powwows.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 orange feathers.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. It was stunning.
Beautiful. It was.
I keep saying it
good.
again, for a first novel, this is wild.
I mean, it was so good. It's the character development of it all. Because it's like no matter what vignette you're wrapped up in, you feel like you're really getting a super great, like, oh my gosh, like I know this person. I understand why they feel like this. He's painting such a detailed picture that you feel like you're right there. So
and like
it's so
their
good.
flesh and blood. Like I think the sort of image of Native Americans we've had is always this sort of mystical kind of thing,
like
where it's just like they're people.
They are people and they're dealing with, you know, and I like too that he pointed out like, you know, they get mystified or put in a situation where they're otherworldly and, you know, just making it into a contemporary story about people in cities, you know, like we're still here, like you said, they're there, you know what I mean? Like they're still there. And yeah, it was just really, really beautiful, friend. I really enjoyed this book. If you guys have read this book, you guys should tap in and let us know what you thought about it. I'd be curious to know. There were several quotes in here though, but I really like this because this was kind of like to the theme or the title of the book. It says, "We are memories we don't remember, which live in us, which we feel, which make us sing, dance, and pray the way that we do." I was like, man, that feels like Black people to me too.
Very much so, like
just in your
carrying the
DNA.
ancestors with you, the way that they manifest and what the experience you're bringing to them.
Yeah.
Like it's,
They're in your gut, man.
they are. They are.
So yeah, it was just a beautiful reminder. It was a sad story, but it also was, like you said, full of hope. and very humanizing. Very, very good job, Tommy. You did that. This was a great book. I really, really like this one.
I'm gonna read some of this other stuff.
Very, very good. Okay, and so that means that we have to spin the wheel. Spin it. Okay, Kat.
So we're gonna lay off the books for a while.
Wow. We just got here.
At least for a week, because tonight, the new episode, the night we're recording, where the new episode of Euphoria is dropping.
Ooh.
So I know I'm gonna want to talk about that. And so, yeah, Euphoria, Zendaya, let's go.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Like, I might have to watch, like, the last one of season 2.
First off,
so
I just want to rewatch that play. It's like, is this that fucking play about us? Oh, my God.
That comes up so much here.
It was such, I always like when there's a play within a play.
That is kind of
That's always so trippy to me. And it just says so much, because right now, in this moment, if somebody wrote a play about us and we saw it, like, would we be pleased with our representation?
Probably not.
Oh, I'd be like, what's her name, Cassie and what's her name's mama, Lexi mama, where she's like, hi, that's me.
There I go.
That's you got me.
Yeah, you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, she was like, oh, for sure.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, I did do that, because another thing that came back this week was The Boys.
Oh, God, I keep seeing that on the, like.
First of all, they're mystics, because they like wrote and recorded this like a minute ago. They got everything down. Like, Homelander is just Trump, and he opened up a bunch of freedom camps. Like, it's
just the playbook is there. And
Like, this is what happens when we give people too much power. They turn into Homelander.
Oh, man.
And I went back and watched the last episode of season 4 before I watched the 2 new seasons of season 5, which were very good.
Of The Boys. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out where I left off with them. I will have to say that it's like, my son ended up sending me a picture. I think I was celebrating my anniversary with my husband. And I got like us a nice hotel, like an Airbnb downtown. Had a personal chef come and cook for us. It was like a really nice weekend. And for some reason, we were watching The Boys at one point, and it's like when everybody's heads are blowing up.
Mm-hmm. The head popper.
And I had the giggles watching it, because it was just like, I mean, it's not funny when your head explodes. But it's just
it's
like,
over the top.
So, and my son thinks, he's like, you're always laughing when real terrible stuff happens, Mom. Because like when Chrissy on Stranger Things, she gets Vecna'd and she cracks and stuff. I start cracking up on that. So he's like, this is very curious to me, Mother. Like, why are you always laughing when these terrible things happen? It's because I can't handle it.
This is my coping mechanism.
Yes,
darling.
I was laughing so hard, like eyes watering, everything. So I say all that to say, it can be over, like, so many crazy things happen in there that I think at one point, and I can't remember, what's the other show that's associated with The Boys?
Gen V.
That one got me. I said, okay.
The first episode of that one's brutal, because there's so much blood.
Okay.
If you get past it, though, because Marie she's probably the only one who's going to be able to beat Homelander. Like, real talk. So that's why they set it up to be gross and repulsive, because it's just, it's so layered.
Okay.
Here's the other thing. I'm never going to make you read the comics, because they're worse.
I would never do that anyway. There's no way you could.
I've got a couple of the comics from Half Price Books one time. I was like, whoa.
No, ma'am. I'm good. Okay.
It's amazing this ever got made at all. So yeah, I'm going to go home, get under a blanket, watch some Euphoria, and then just know that I'll be able to talk about it.
Yay.
And I'll take notes this time.
Okay, that'll be good. I won't. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good little rest, and then we'll gear up for our next time that we read a book. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to promise it's going to be the one after that, because we don't know.
We don't know.
But it doesn't matter, you guys. Hopefully you come back. Hopefully while we're gone, you guys do all the stuff that you love and love what you do.
Because your body belongs to you.
So true. We're Dr. Seuss now.
Yeah, we are.
So see you next time, guys. Peace.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.
That's the one thing I know. If I don't go to drawing class, I am jogging tomorrow.
Are you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Good for you.
Thank
It
you.
wasn't that you were going jogging. It was like I instantly put myself in a situation where I was
Like, oh,
jogging. It was
God,
like,
no.
oh.
If I call you tomorrow at 7 a.m., like, Monica,
At 7
get up.
a.m., that's what time you're going?
Release the hand.
Oh. 7 a.m.
It's the best time. Because then if I just run a half hour,
Then you can come back and lay down.
shower.
Yeah, first, and then lay down.
No, I have to do my chores.
Start your day. No, I'm just kidding.
I have to do my chores. And then
I just can't even look at it. This is how you know.
we're not supposed to know this much stuff. We're not evolved for it.
My brain is like, I can't stop looking.
We're supposed to know about 150 people. That's it. We're not supposed to know about all these extra people.
It's too much.